Hello, ụmụnne m ndị Igbo, ụmụnne m ndị Enuani nọ n'ụwa niile, ejikwa m oge niile ekene unu o. Welcome to Enuani Cultural Forum, where we promote the rich cultural heritage of the Igbo people. And this evening, we're going to be looking at top 5 Igbo cultural practices that the politics of state creation could not erase. You know, one of the greatest tragedy in the preservation of Igbo cultural heritage is the politics of state creation. It was the politics of state creation that led to people now beginning to assume that to be Igbo, you must be from one of the 5 southeastern states, or from the eastern region, the old eastern region. People now began to assume, when you ask them, are you Igbo? They will say, no, I'm not from the southeast. The question was, are you Igbo? Not, are you from the southeast? Southeast, as I've always said, is not the beginning and end of Igbo land. But yet, some people still caught up in this identity crisis occasioned by state creation still say they are not Igbos just because they are not from the southeast. I had a first-hand experience today. One of my relatives came from Lagos. He is from Isela Azaba. I am from Ubuluku. So we went on an outing today and we got talking. He keeps saying Ndi Igbo, Ndi Igbo. And I asked him, are you not Igbo? He said, I am from Enuani. You are from Enuani? He said, yes. He said, so who are Ndi Igbo? Even Enuani that you just said, is he not Igbo? We continued our work. In the course of our work, one of the workers on site spoke Enuani. And I was shocked. I asked him, are you from Igbo? Are you Igbo? I was thinking you are a Yoruba person. He said, oh no, I'm from Onitsha. I am Igbo. And that my brother asked him, are you Igbo or are you Enuani? He said, I am Igbo. Even Enuani is Igbo. And the person asked him, where in Onitsha are you from? He said, Umudei. And he said, what do they greet you people? He said, Ojiba. You need to see me. I was just laughing. Umudei is in every quarter. Almost every community in Enuani has Umudei. And then the greeting Ojiba is almost everywhere. Ojiba is like the person that holds the key to the palace. It's a chieftaincy title. So immediately that our brother had a rethink. In his mind, to be Igbo, you must be from the southeast. And in that southeast, our cultural practices are not the same. They are different. It's nice to have you online, my brother. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, so in their mind, to be Igbo, you must be from the southeast. So this evening, I saw a video. Okay? I saw a video of our brothers from Opobo singing a song that touched my soul. The song goes like this. Nambo ko bidoro, Nambo ko bidoro, Nambo ko bidoro, Nambo ko bidoro. It was a cultural festival and they were singing this song. That song gave me goosebumps. Because in my place, we sing this song like this. Ewo we membo, Ewo we membo ordinary. That it has been in practice from time immemorial. Our ancestors have been doing it because it is our culture. That is just the interpretation of this song. So today, we are focusing our attention on the 5 things in Igbo culture that fail to bow due to acculturation. Number 1 is the Igbo system of using Ofo as a symbol of authority and justice. In most Igbo lineages or Umuna and family lines, they are led by Ofo, which is regarded as a symbol of authority, truth, and justice. It is the same in my hometown. It is the same in my family. It is the oldest man who is like the priest of the lineage or the family that holds this Ofo. A person who holds this Ofo is now beyond lies. You cannot have Ofo in your home and be a liar. The Ofo will strike you. You cannot have Ofo in your home and not be a straightforward person. You must be a person of truth and justice. This is the same in all of Igbo land, where Ofo is used or seen as the traditional symbol of authority. So we are looking today at the top 5 Igbo cultural practices that fail to bow to the politics of state creation. Some will say, I am now in Rivers State. I am no longer in Imo State. I am now in Delta. I am no longer in Anambra. Therefore, our cultures differ. What are those top 5 things that remain the same, irrespective of the state where you found yourself? We have looked at Ofo, the use of Ofo. What about the use of the 4 Igbo market days? Eke, Orie, Afo, and Onko. It is fairly the same in almost every part of Igbo land, that we have a 4 market day system and also a 4 day of the week calendar. We have 4 days in a week. The Igbo calendar is structured in 4 days, different from the Gregorian calendar of 7 days. Do you understand it? The first day of the Igbo week is Eke, Orie, Afo, and Nkwo. These things remain the same, whether you are in Rivers State, Kogi State, Benue State, Delta State, Edo State. You will be surprised that even in Benin, it is Eke, the add N, Eke, Oye, Aho, and Oko. That is their 4 Igbo market days in Benin till today. So the top 5 Igbo cultural practices that has endured the politics of state creation, because when you create state, you assume that these people will assume a new identity. It is not possible. That is why I sang that song that I said I heard the Opobo people singing, and it was not just ordinary. They tried to stop their festival. If I remember the name of the festival, I will say it here. The Rivers State government attempted to stop them from celebrating their cultural festival, which is an Igbo cultural festival, and they celebrated it against the odds. In that festival, they were singing that song. Nambo ko bidoro, nambo ko bidoro. And I said in my own hometown, we usually use that song to celebrate festivals, but we sing it this way. Ewo we membo, ewo we membo, Nordinanyo. Oh, our ancestors used to do it. It has always been done by our people because it is our tradition. That is how it is sung in my hometown. So there are Igbo cultural practices that are enduring. Another one that transcends even our boundary is the bride price. Ibamanya, we call it Ibamanya, some call it Ibanku, whichever one it is called. Palm wine must be used. Listen to that again. Ibamanya, Ibanku, that is the Igbo traditional marriage. One of the most famous traditional marriage cultures all over the world is the Igbo traditional marriage. And in this marriage system, we make use of palm wine. Palm wine, not 5 Alive, not Chivita, not Eva, not Coke or Fanta. We make use of Manyanku. For some who will say, oh, they don't drink alcohol. Anything you see, you drink, you use. The Igbo culture stipulates it and even named it after palm wine, because palm tree is our symbol of female. Palm tree and other tree are female trees. Yes, most things in a palm tree are harvested by a man, processed by a woman. Is it ncha? It is made by women. Is it ofe or man, as some people call it? It is made by women. Is it aziza? It is made by women. Baskets, women. Most of the things that come from a palm tree are harvested by a man, processed by a woman. So that is why in Igbo culture, palm tree is very much regarded. So that when we choose to give the Igbo position, the highest title held by a woman in western parts of Igbo land, of course you know, we are very cultural in Igbo land. There is a culture concerning everything in Igbo land. And in my part of Igbo land, the biggest position a woman can hold is Omu. Omu is named after the inflorescence of a palm tree. I'm a name Malifa na Omu. Omu na adị na nkwụ. N'ebe ahụ esi atapụ mmanya. That is where Omu is, inflorescence. Omu ahụ is a symbol of purity and feminineness. Is a feminine symbol. Ọ ebe ahụ ka Omu si wee were aha ya. Omu ebu ụzọ na nkwụ. So, we value the palm tree so much that na anyị ga-eme ịgba nkwụ, ịgba mmanya nwaanyị. Anyị na-agba mbọ hụ na ihe anyị na-eji na-eme ịgba nkwụ nwaanyị bụ mmanya nkwụ. Ọ bụrụ Five Alive, ọ bụrụ Eva Juice, ọ bụrụ Coke, ọ bụrụ Fanta. Maka ndị na-asị na anaghị anwụ mmanya na-aba n'anya. Asọrọ gị nwụọ mmanya ahụ ka ọ baa gị n'anya. Eji ya agụ ọfọ wee na-eme ịgba ndụ. E were mmanya ahụ gbaa gị ndụ gị na nwaanyị gị. I were ya tụọ ya n'ọnụ. Nwoke gị nke ahụ agaghị esu ya n'ọnụ sef. Ọ wụọ ya n'ala. Unu edere egwu na-atụ onwe unu ntụ. Unu eche na unu emeela ndị ọgọ ọ ndị ikenye ọ ụmụnna ọnwụ unu ka unu na-eme ọnwụ unu ka unu na-amụ amụ elu. Mmanya agọziri agọzi iji wee jikọọ gị na nwaanyị gị ị chọrọ ịlụ. Iburu ya wụọ ya n'ala na onwere onye na-ahụ gị. Ọ na ndị ọgọ bụ ndị amụsụ abụsị ndị ọjọọ a chọrọ igbu gị. Mana ọ bụrụ na ime ụlọ ụka ka fada ji wee gozie Holy Communion nye more than 50 people ka ha rie, enye gị emekwa na ha o rie ya. Mana enye gị mmanya agọziri agọzi n'ebe a na-agba mmanya gị. The priest of that family, who is the holder of the ofo, like I described, is the oldest one. O welite ọjị, gozie ọjị, kpọkwuo ndị nna anyị si ha bịa na nwa ha chọọ ịgba akwụkwọ na omenala ka ha na-eme. Gozie ya, were ya gbaa ụlọ ndụ, nye gị ọjị ahụ si gị taa inye nwaanyị gị. Onye gị ọjị ahụ i were ya tụọ ya n'akpa, iruo n'ụzọ etufuo ya. Ọ dị mma? Nna ajụ ọ dị mma? Okay, so ihe anyị na-akọ bụ ụzọ ihe ise ndị Igbo na-eme na mbụ, ha kakwa na-eme ya ugbu a. Ihe ndị ọ bụ na state creation enweghị ike ikpochapụ ya. Ihe ndị ọ bụ na identity crisis enweghị ike ịchụpụ ya. Ihe ndị dị dịka iji ọfọ na-achị obodo. Ihe ndị dị dịka ahịa anụ anyị na-azụ n'ala Igbo. Ihe ndị dị dịka ịgba mmanya nwaanyị na ịgba nkwụ. Anyị na-eji mmanya nkwụ na ọjị na-eme ịgba ndụ ma nwaanyị ma a na-alụ nwaanyị n'ala Igbo. So in the Igbo cultural system, palm wine and kola nuts are very sacred. They are not things to joke around with. And it remains the same in Igbo land. We have mentioned the 4 Igbo market days as well. These are practices that are very sacred to the Igbo people. Biko na ụmụnne m sorry, biko na ụmụnne m ihe nchọ ya ọnụ. Ọ bụrụ na nke a bụ nke izizi ị na-ahụ ihe onyinyo na-apụta from Enuani cultural forum, aka ị ga-enwe ike inyere anyị bụ double tap on this video ka ị wee like ya. After double tapping, jeekwa na the channel were aka gị pịa subscribe ka ị soro n'ihe a na-eme. Oge ọbụla anyị tinyere video ka ị soro na ndị izizi ga-ahụ that video. Ọ ihe mere m ji wee sị gị gaa na Enuani Cultural Forums pịa subscribe button. Ọ bụkwa na iso na ndị na-ele this ihe onyinyo anyị na-emepụta, double tap on the video to like it. Daarụ. So anyị na-ele anya n'ihe ise, ụzọ ihe ise ndị Igbo na-eme na mbụ, ha kakwa na-eme ya ugbu a. O mechaa anyị ga-elebanye anya n'ihe ndị mbụ ejiri mara ndị Igbo. Ọ bụ na ugbu a ndị Igbo akpọọla ya asị. Mana ka anyị negodo anya n'ihe ise ndị Igbo na-eme na mbụ, ha ka na-emekwa ya ugbu a. Ọzọ dị n'ime ha bụ n'ala Igbo niile anyị na-eji ihe a na-akpọ isi ọkpụkpụ seniority na-achị. Ụfọdụ ndị na-akpọ ya elumelu. Ọ ebe o ruru onye, ole onye tọrọ ibe ya n'ezinụlọ, ole onye bụ okenye n'ezinụlọ. The oldest person in a family becomes the head of that family. The oldest person in a family, even in communities in Igbo land that have kings, a special respect is still paid to the oldest man because we respect seniority. It is called gerontocracy n'olu Igbo, that is n'olu Bekee. A na-akpọ ya gerontocracy or leadership by seniority. Ọ ihe anyị na-eme n'ala Igbo, omenala Igbo. Na ndị Igbo na-eji isi ọkpụkpụ na-achị. Igbo anaghị achị na onye onye a nwe ego too much. Onye amara bụ onye oke amamihe. Igbo na-akwanye ugwu site na ole onye tọrọ ibe ya. Onye ahụ tọrọ ibe ya automatically becomes the leader. A leader doesn't mean he doesn't listen to other people or he doesn't take advice from the followers. But onye ahụ tọrọ, everybody becomes automatically the leader. This is Igbo cultural practice and it remains the same in most parts of Igbo land. Ọzọ ka nke bụ na ndị Igbo na-agọ ihe na-atọ. I hope I remember those ihe na-atọ ndị Igbo na-agọ. Igbo na-agọ ọfọ. Igbo na-agọ ọfọ. Igbo na-agọ ọjị. Igbo na-agọ ọfọ, na-agọ ọjị, na-agọkwa ihe ọzọ. Ka m lee ma onye ga-enweta ya na comment section. Ihe ọzọ ndị Igbo na-agọ. A sị na Igbo na-agọ ọfọ, Igbo na-agọ ọjị. Olee ihe ọzọ ndị Igbo na-agụkwa? Ka m chee ma m ga-ahụ onye ga-enweta ya na comment section. Ka m gwugodu comment. Lots of comments. I wasn't seeing them. I'm really sorry about this, okay? Lots of comments. Maureen, how are you? It's nice to have you on board. Chukwuke says, Ngozi Jisike, God has divinely prepared you for this grace. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you. And then, the same my brother says, I was just chatting with a cousin from Opobo in Igbo cultures. Wow. I saw a video of them. You know, they recently held one of their cultural festivals and they were dancing vigorously, singing Igbo songs. I said, these people are so wonderful. How will you now start telling Opobo people that they are not Igbo when they are busy celebrating their culture, wearing Obuago and dancing and singing Igbo songs? I was so thrilled. Chizzy says, a few minutes ago, I had a wild imagination that the word Jew could have been a corrupted Jew. Possible, bros. Keep educating the people. Thank you so much, Charles. Thank you so much. I really appreciate. And then Ekeresimesi ọma n'afọ ọhụrụ ọma. Daalụ nwanne m Frank. Chineke gọzie gị o. The tendrils or tender fronds. Yes, oh yeah, womu. Charles Smith says, bro, where did you learn all this? You have a very deep knowledge of Igbo customs. Oh, kwa onye tinye anya n'ife ọmụta ya. I have a very deep attachment as well to elders, and I was very close to my father. There's no way you'll be close to my father and you don't learn Igbo culture. May his soul rest in peace. I was very, very close. I'm that child that the father calls 2 times. We are many children. We are 11 sons. I am number 10. My father can call everybody once, but when he gets to my turn, if he calls Ngozi, I don't answer. He will call me again. He will call me again and still say, Ngozi Ananebo, is Ngozi not there? I will not answer, Papa, I'm here. I will come, he will say, sit down. Not everybody has patience to sit down when your parents call you. But my father will say, sit down. If you sit down, he will start telling you a story he has told you before. If you say, Papa, you have told me this story before, you say, yes, I know. Amariem, Donane. I know why I'm telling you over and over and over again, so that you don't forget it. A word is enough for the wise, but you are not yet wise. That is why I have to be telling you many, many words. My father is also a polyglot. On also Hausa, on also Yoruba, on also Degasi Chiche, on also Kaba, on also Igbo. And so because of his type of job, he was a road construction engineer. And I play droughts. Nobody plays drought with elders who doesn't mingle with elders. You know, mingling with elders is not a simple thing. They are the group of people that they will tell you, this person is a wizard, eh? Maybe next week, don't go there. I say, okay, let me go and try. And when you get to these elders that they said are witch or wizard, they are the most knowledgeable people in the society. They will fill your brain with wisdom. That pouring away of drink during traditional marriage by the groom is caused by Nollywood movies. Absolutely. There are so many things Nollywood mere anyị dịka ndị Igbo. Ndị mmadụ na-ahụ ndị Igbo dịka ndị ọwụ na onwere ihe ọzọ a na-eme apart from money rituals. If I look at them, I will laugh. There are so many good things and wonderful things about the Ndi Igbo that needs to be projected to the world. In all this, the only aspect of our culture, the only aspect of our lifestyle that Nollywood projects mainly is Nandi Igbo na-eme money ritual. Later such movies, I will just shake my head. There are things that will hold sacred. Ekwesịrị iji ya wee mee ihe onyonyo n'ụzọ dị njọ in a way that it will portray our people in bad light. There are so many of such movies. Ị ahụ nwa obere nwa gara obodo oyibo were ego lọta, now buys the kingship of his community. Now it was just in movies then, but it is now in real life. Ndị mmadụ na-azụzi kingship, were ego zụọ kingship n'obodo ha, werezie police wee chere ndị nze na ọzọ. Just the same thing you will hear in movies before. Things you will hear in folk tales or ihe ga-asị na o mere during the time of Arụsị Ọkụzọ. Ha atịcha ya na film. Ndị mmadụ na-amara anyị Igbo will now think na otu a ka ndị Igbo si eme, na ọ ndị na-worship ego. Igbo anaghị worship ego. It's not Igbo culture to worship money. I grew up all my life in Igbo land. I did my university days. I did not just come and study and went. I did part-time in a university and then entered for a program of 6 years. I spent absolutely 7 years in Igbo land. I stayed in Eziobodo, part of Imo State. That part of Igbo land, the eastern part of Igbo land. I spent time there. Proceeded after my university days, stayed in Oba land. the other part of Igbo land in River State. I have traversed different parts of Igbo land and learned Igbo culture. Igbo anaghị worship ego. O nwere one very rich man from my hometown. Mana etu o si wee kpata ego ya eziri ezi. Therefore, o nwere ihe o mee na the community. Ndị mmadụ ga-eje soro ya na-eme. If it is now that that man is alive, over that 200 bags of rice to share, his compound will not accommodate anybody. The people that will troop in. Mana mgbe ahụ, ọ na-enyecha scholarship. O nwere ihe ọ naghị emere ndị mmadụ. But nobody was willing. Nobody was willing to be part of what he was doing. Ndị mmadụ kpọrọ ya asị. Just based on the fact that na amara ebe ego ya si wee bịa. So ndị mmadụ kpọrọ nwoke ahụ asị based on the simple principle na amara ego ebe ego ya si wee bịa. Ndị mmadụ akpọọ ya asị. So, if it is today, n'Igbo na-asị n'ezi aha ka ego, ihe ebe nsi wee bịa na-ekwu n'ezi afa ka ego. Ezi afa ka ego is a core Igbo principle. Mana Nollywood anaghị portray ndị Igbo dịka ndị na-ebi life dịka ndị kwenyere na ezi aha ka ego. Nollywood portrays us as people who na-ebutere anya ego. Ndị Igbo will lose their virtue. This is not who we are. Ekwetaghị na nke ahụ. But that is what Nollywood portrays. Who are the people writing these scripts? Ndị Igbo. And it has suddenly, because movies have a way of shaping realities. When the mmadụ lecha such a movie, they begin to imagine it. Because everything that you see that happens in reality starts with imagination. Ebu ụzọ wee chee ya, ihe onye a na-ekwu, o nwekwara ike ịbụ ezie o. Ka anyị lebanya ya anya. O nwekwara ike iweta ego. Ndị mmadụ, at least now that people are hungry, somebody will do one evil and do 10 evils and use one good to cover it. I'm so sorry, we are having a very serious rainfall here and I don't know what has happened. Probably it has affected network and interrupted my electricity supply. I'm going to address it and by the grace of God come back online some other time. If you have watched this video to this very moment, I'm so sorry. There's nothing I could do to continue it, so it's a power interruption that I didn't really plan for. I've been hearing the sound that there's heavy rainfall out there. There's a very heavy rainfall out there, so and it has affected my source of electricity supply. So what I'm going to do is to address it, and hopefully next time we will continue. I want to sincerely thank every one of you.